All right, let's talk about one of the strangest, most fascinating buildings on the entire planet. From a distance, it looks like something out of a sci-fi movie, a giant glass pyramid shooting into the sky. But when you get closer, you realize the story here isn't about the future. It's about a massive dream, a spectacular collapse, and a 30-year wait for a single guest. And that's the big question, isn't it? Why would anyone build a 3,000-room hotel and then just let it sit empty for 3 decades? We're going to dig into how this skyscraper went from being a symbol of national pride to, well, a monument to something else entirely. First, you have to get your head around the sheer scale of what they were trying to do. The plan was for 3,000 rooms. That's enough to go head-to-head with some of the biggest luxury hotels anywhere in the world. This was meant to be a global destination. And yet, here's the kicker. In all the years since they broke ground, the number of official guests who have actually checked in and spent the night? A big fat 0. It's a ghost hotel on a truly colossal scale. So, what is this building really? Before we get into why it's so empty, let's just get the basic facts on the table. I mean, the ambition here is just staggering. At 1,080 feet, it was designed to literally look down on world-famous landmarks like the Eiffel Tower. This was never just about being a hotel, it was about making a huge statement to the rest of the world. To really understand why this thing was built and why it failed so spectacularly, we gotta go back to the 1980s. Because this building, believe it or not, was basically a weapon in the Cold War. So the world was divided, and so was the Korean Peninsula. You had North Korea, backed by the Soviet Union, and South Korea, backed by the US. They were locked in this incredibly intense rivalry, a battle for legitimacy. But this battle wasn't fought with armies. It was fought with concrete and steel. And you can see the one-upmanship right here, plain as day. In 1986, a South Korean company builds the world's tallest hotel. Well, what happens the very next year? North Korea breaks ground on one that would be even taller. When the South gets the Olympics, the North plans its own rival global event. Every single move was met with an even bigger counter-move. And the Ryeo Hotel was the absolute crown jewel of North Korea's grand plan for 1989. It was part of this huge push to show the world they could outdo the South. The hotel itself was designed to be pure spectacle. We're talking multiple revolving restaurants at the top and the highest observation deck on the planet. But, having a grand vision is one thing. Actually pulling it off, that's a whole different ballgame. And this is right where the dream started to run into a very harsh reality. So the big day arrives. The 1989 World Festival kicks off. But that gleaming, world-beating hotel they promised everyone, it wasn't ready. Not even close. Instead of a stunning landmark, international guests were greeted by a massive, unfinished concrete construction site. And this is where things just spiraled. First, they missed the '89 deadline. Then came the real knockout blow. In 1991, the Soviet Union collapsed, and just like that, North Korea's main economic lifeline vanished. The money dried up, so they missed another deadline in '92, and then nothing. For 16 solid years, construction just stopped, leaving this hollow concrete pyramid looming over the city. Then, suddenly, in 2008, a glimmer of hope. An Egyptian company takes over the project and starts cladding the whole thing in these beautiful glass panels. It's finally starting to look like the original vision. A new deadline is set for 2012. But, and there's always a but in this story, politics intervened. Again. New international sanctions stopped them from importing the luxury goods they needed to finish the inside, and the project stalled all over again. So, after all that drama, what's the legacy of this thing today? What has become of what people started calling the Hotel of Doom? Well, in a really strange twist, the hotel did end up getting a world record. Just probably not the one they were hoping for. It is officially certified by Guinness World Records as the tallest unoccupied building in the world. I mean, that perfectly captures its bizarre, sad history, doesn't it? And this contrast really is the story of the Ryeo Hotel. On the outside, its facade is now covered in a massive LED screen, and it puts on these dazzling light shows at night that light up the whole skyline. But on the inside, it's a ghost house. Totally hollow, empty, and unfinished. It's a beautiful facade hiding more than 3 decades of failure. So, in the end, this empty hotel is so much more than just a failed construction project. It's a silent, concrete monument to a Cold War rivalry. It makes you wonder, right? Is it a monument to ambition, or is it a massive warning sign about what happens when ego is the only thing holding up the foundation?